All right, so it is the final day of 2023. I'm not really sure what this video is going to be. Possibly just a review on my channel, a reflection of the 2023 year, because I do vividly remember doing a live stream 1 year ago on this day. It was the Ohio State Georgia big time college football game. I remember being on the verge of hitting 20,000 subscribers. And obviously, I have far eclipsed that this year. I think I'll go over my expectations going into 2023, kind of the videos that I made, try and remember some things. I'm sure if I went month by month, I could be jogged on some of the things that I did, but certainly I'm sure I uploaded over 1,000 videos this year. It's been a big workload for me. And I mean, listen, I would love to cut it back a little bit, but at this point, it is my job. I need it to make money. And I think we're just going to go back and talk about my expectations. I think every YouTuber or anyone that has a dream of being a YouTuber, we always visualize what's going to happen in our heads. We're going to upload this video, it's going to be a snowball, it'll get 2 million views. And then the reality of the situation is, outside of extremely lucky individuals, it never works out like that. You upload a video, you think it's going to do extremely well, it gets 2,000 views. You upload another video, you think it's going to do very well, it gets 550 views, and so on. And so when it comes to my growth, it definitely has been a slow process, and I just think it's just like a realistic thing. I mean, this is my life. It is what it is. You're not just going to magically wave a wand and get 5 million views on a video. Sure, you could say, well, if you spent more time on videos and, instead of doing 3 or 4 uploads a day, cut it down to one, possibly do better. I mean, that is an idea, I guess. But in general, there's always this thought in your mind, as you're getting pumped up to make videos and listening to music, and you always think videos are going to do well, and then they end up flopping. But it is what it is, man. I mean, at this point, I was talking to someone, I think in my chat during one of my live streams, I was able to earn like a livable income where I could live by myself, which I think minimum is like $3,500. In 2022 is when I started being able to. It was football season 2022, maybe August, probably September of 2022. And then all of this year, the only really bad months I had were the first 2 months, January and February. And that really shouldn't be a surprise to anyone, considering my content, football season ends, and also my content into February was just not good in terms of, I was really big into, my Nebula idea, which I still love, but just in general, you're uploading one video a day with like 500 views. You're literally making 30 cents off of a video like that, and you're dedicating an entire day to it. It is an unfortunate thing, but either way, I really had, outside of those 2 months, really good months in terms of revenue. And just going back to January, I remember the live streams. In January, I started doing the March Madness stuff. By the way, a lot of people are wondering. I believe tomorrow I should be coming out with a Bracketology 1.0 for 2024. So that should be exciting. And just in January, normally for me, it's just like NFL games, playoff games. That's probably what it was, if I remember correctly, in 2023. February was a whole lot of nothing for me, outside of my big time Nebula idea, which unfortunately, it's just so hard to market an idea like that and find the right people. But I do want to discuss it at a certain, maybe a later date. When it comes to March, it was all March Madness. That's all it was. When March Madness is really weird. College basketball is never going to be as big as college football. But if you want a video to guarantee yourself views, fill out a bracket, guys. Seriously, it's crazy. I think the video I did might have had like 110,000 views, and also the ad revenue in mid-March was great, especially compared to February and January. But yeah, March was just all of March Madness. I was also incorporating some stadium videos. I really started those. I remember this specifically. So my first big stadium video was just future stadiums that were coming. And this was a video I did in really late 2022, and the video did like 3 or 4,000 views, which was kind of standard. It's whatever. It completely died, and then in January of 2023, it was resurrected randomly, and I was like, oh my goodness, I'm getting these evergreen videos that every YouTuber talks about. This is an evergreen video where I uploaded it a month ago, and now every single day for a week straight, it's earning me 10,000 views per day. Maybe this is something, I can really lean into. So I started doing the stadiums in the winter. Baseball season wasn't happening. Football season was over. NBA, I normally never do NBA anyway, so it was kind of a dead zone, and it was just college basketball and stadiums. And also, my Nebula idea. And then getting into April, you had the huge A's news. I really leaned into that, was able to do a bunch of videos on speculation about the A's in Las Vegas. Also, April, I did do a few vlogs. I remember a vlog I made on May 1st because I've been dealing with insomnia throughout this entire year. It's on and off, it's really bad. But I was just so pissed off. It was turning to May 1st. It was literally 5 a.m. on May 1st, and I couldn't fall asleep. So I just started recording a vlog. And I know a lot of people in my chat ask about vlogs. You know, I'd love to bring vlogs back, guys. The problem is, in terms of revenue, it's just not a smart decision at this point. Like, if I uploaded a vlog, I think I did 4 or 5 total in 2023. They probably got an average of 1,200 views. Now, you could make an argument, well, your fan base is bigger. Yeah, but realistically, if I uploaded a vlog right now, how many views do you think it would get? Maybe 2,000, maybe 3,000. I think I need to try and grow, and then I'll have a base audience. So when I make vlogs, and preferably like with vlogs, I just think they're so cringy when I record myself. Like, I would want a right-hand man or someone to be with me that obviously I'd have to pay, you know, to do the vlogs, and maybe I'd give them a cut in terms of my channel revenue, but I would have to make even more money to be able to afford that. I just think I need a bigger fan base for the vlogs, and you could argue, well, you should make the vlogs will get you that fan base. It's very hard to draw in unique viewers with that type of content because no one is really searching for it. You have to be very creative. So I would love to do vlogs and vlog myself and vlog the future of my life because there's going to be a lot of movement going on over the next 4 or 5 months, I'm sure. But it just comes down to building up a big enough fan base that'll actually support the vlogs to the point where, you know, I'll have the revenue to maybe I do 3 vlogs a week, and on the day I do a vlog, I only upload 1 video a day. You know, and it just comes down to the more people that watch. If I'm getting 100,000 views, 200,000 views, that is by far enough to support me and be able to do something like that. But it comes from growing a fan base. So that's why I did so few vlogs in 2023, if I can explain that. And then going into the summer, oh my goodness, who can forget the situation with the submarine imploding, and then you had the Titanic videos. Interestingly enough, I made Titanic videos, and then the implosion happened, and I started making videos on the implosion because it was a related topic. So I was making Titanic videos because I've always loved the Titanic, and I was like, why not make them? You know, they're getting unique views. They're going to be like evergreen videos, making speculation on Titanic 2, talking about the movie, talking about the wreck, all of it. And then the implosion happens to Titan, the sub. And I mean, those videos I made on this sub implosion, I've never had videos like that on my channel before where I would get like 200,000 views in a day. And it's just, I think people were just interested in it, and there were, like, maybe there were a lot of channels covering it, but me and the algorithm, we were like making out over that. I mean, we were in sync. The algorithm was just pushing. You would upload these videos, and I was like, I don't even have this subscriber base. How are they getting pushed? It doesn't even make any sense, but it's just something with the algorithm, and I had several videos that would get like 300,000 views. Of course, they die out immediately. They're not evergreen. It's not like you're going to be getting 5,000 views, you know, every single day off of them for the next year. But either way, that was a crazy moment that happened really like late June and then throughout all of July. My upload schedule was crazy. It would be a Titanic video, a stadium video, a Titan video. Just so strange to think about how different my content changes month to month. And then you get into August and it's full on to college football and it's full on to 9/11. Now, when it comes to 9/11, it's a topic I was really interested in beginning probably when I was 18 or 19. So right out of high school, things like that. But I never really thought to make videos on it until I made a video of that. It was that one video of the dude climbing down the towers, and that video was demonetized. I didn't make really any money off of it, or it said limited ads. And guys, it's hilarious, like limited ads. I think that video probably has like 400,000 views. I've made like $15 off of it. Oh yeah, they're limited, all right. Limited ads. Come on. I'm making no money off of it. But that was before I really knew how to do my videos and get them to pass, you know, through all of the monetization things. They have to go through human checks. I'm a lot better at that now because I've made so many of these September 11 videos. But originally the first video I did, I just saw something and it was so curious, and I was like, maybe I should upload this. And the video, especially in terms of me never uploading content like that before, it got like 2,000 views in 2 days, which is pretty good, especially if you go outside of your niche. And then it just started, the algorithm liked it. It started getting more and more views every day. It would do 3,000 or 4,000. And then I said, maybe this is something I can look into and really do. And I just started doing a bunch of those videos with the college football, with the NFL, all in tandem. That was the big three things I did this past fall. It was September 11th, college football, NFL, some stadiums sprinkled in here and there, and then also some opinionated videos, a few live streams, what have you. I'm sure I'm missing stuff. I mean, it makes so many different videos. It's hard to keep track of everything, but that has basically been my channel for 2023. And then moving on to 2024, we'll have to see, guys. I'm really trying to, I don't want to say expand, the videos that I do, because I already do so many different ones, but certainly there'll be more September 11th videos. This was something I was thinking about, and this is really far down the line, but you do have to wonder, how many views am I going to get during the early part of September in 2024, because I've got all the September 11 videos on a smorgasbord for people to view, and then everyone gets back into the topic when the anniversary comes, and I'm just going to be bathing in views, I think, because I might have 100 videos by then, and they all get put into the algorithm. I think my most viewed video right now is not the Twin Towers video. For a while, it was something about, like, what if the Twin Towers didn't collapse? It got passed recently when one of my Titanic videos got rebirthed into the algorithm. It was dead for a while, and then it got rebirthed. And now I think it's around 600K or something like that, and that passed it. So most of my Twin Towers videos are kind of dead right now, but you would expect it. A lot of them are evergreen. A lot of them will pick up. They're kind of lingering. They'll get 500 views a day, whatever. If you've got a lot of them that'll do that, it will add up over time, and it will give you a nice revenue base when you're talking about your channel overall. That's why those evergreen videos are so important. Obviously, pretty much every NFL/college football video I make is rendered useless in the span of 7 or 8 days, because especially if it's a prediction video, like I do the NFL predictions every week, and it's great because they get 40, 50,000 views, but, like right now, it's a Sunday, the video that I did on last Tuesday when I was doing my predictions for this week, it's useless now. It's not going to get any views. Nobody cares, and the same thing's just going to happen when I do my Week 18 predictions. It's just kind of interesting how YouTube works, but certainly I would love to expand in terms of maybe into the gaming realm, maybe playing GTA 5, something like that. I do offer some pretty unique commentary, I think, but I think it's a hit or miss thing. You upload things, you try different things. Oh, this is drawing unique views, this isn't. I would say whenever I go out of my niche, there's probably like a 95% chance if I upload something outside of my niche. Although I can't even say outside of my niche. I don't even know what my niche is, because of just all the different content. But just in general, I guess you could argue my niche is football, American football, NFL/college, March Madness, September 11th, Titanic. That's what I would say it would be the main stuff in terms, and stadiums. That would be my name. I mean, but you really can't call that, it's just too different, it's very hard. But certainly, I'm thinking about doing other videos, and normally when you try and upload something crazy that's different, it'll completely flop. That's just how the YouTube algorithm is. When people subscribe to me, they're subscribing for a certain thing, whether it's predictions, stadiums. When they see a random video that I do, they're very likely not going to click on it. And it's tough because it's not like I'm uploading just once a day or once every 2 days to where people want more. That's something that I would love to get to where I cut back on my uploads. I do one a day, and people are able to follow my channel. I feel like no one can truly follow my channel just because I upload so much content. That's one of the things I was thinking about. Like, imagine I did cut it back to one a day, and it was mainly like vlogs and stuff. And I don't know, I got some ideas. I guess we'll see what ends up happening in 2024. Certainly, you're going to have to be more frugal when it comes to YouTube if you are a YouTuber in the early months, because it's a build-up process when it comes to revenue. All of our revenues are getting crushed starting in January. That's just the reality. March, we will see a little bit of a bump. It's just from advertisers not wanting to pay during these months after the crazy holiday season. All the extra revenue we made, almost like 40 or 50% more than we normally do in the summer, it's going to go way back down, and that's something you have to realize. And how about my taxes? Oh my God. My taxes this year are going to be a war zone. It's going to be World War III here. It really, oh God. I have a number in mind. If you guys don't know, YouTube does not take taxes out of your paycheck. So you have to either set up your own tax plan and do it quarterly, which that is something that was recommended to me. I didn't do it because I'm like, I'm not doing this, man. Or you just pay a lump sum in April. And I'm paying the lump sum in April, and I have a price in mind where I will be like, okay, this makes sense. If it's over, I'm going to be pissed off. If it's under, I'll be shocked. But taxes are just, oh, okay. This is the first year where it's going to be a war. I don't know. It's like Russian roulette. How much do I owe? Is it, you can kind of calculate it based on your earning and stuff, but you never fully know for sure because you've also got state along with the federal. Because it's like if I calculate only the federal, but then I get a lot more in terms of state, it's like 20 or 15 or 20% or something. But either way, guys, that's just kind of the state of my channel. That's what happened in 2023. I think going into 2023, did I even have a 100,000 view video? Maybe barely. Maybe. So certainly if you look at all my top videos, I probably have like 15 videos that at least have 100,000 views. No million. Do I think any of these videos that I have already could get to a million? It's going to be hard. They're going to have to be like repushed in the algorithm. I guess it's possible, but a lot of them have kind of fizzled out. It'll be interesting to see if they ever get repushed, kind of like that Titanic one that got to 600K. But either way, guys, I really do appreciate everyone. I'll tell you, you want to know the one thing that I have never said once in my channel history? Maybe I shouldn't say it. I've never told people to like and subscribe. And I'm not telling you to do that, but it's just funny how I've never said that before. The reason I don't say that is I just think people will do it anyways if they like the content. That's my opinion. I know that's not the greatest thing you should do because if you go to any of these YouTube seminars, they say you have to tell people to do it, otherwise they won't do it. And that's something I've completely disregarded, and I've been able to grow without it. Again, people can say, well, you're dumb, you should do it, you'd get so many more subs. I don't know, guys. I never thought to do something like that. I just tell people to follow my Twitter, and the main reason I do that is just because it's an ending to the video. Because I don't know how to end videos, so I always just say at the end, make sure you're following me on Twitter, which turned into make sure you're following me on X. And it was a funny transition because I'm so used to saying make sure you're following me on Twitter is just like I had to transition it, but I've been able to now, and now it's second nature. But either way, guys, that's just kind of the state of my YouTube channel. 2023 recap going into 2024. And I almost forgot an addition to my channel that I recently did, the DG stories, where I talk about my life, the happenings, what's going on. I guess you could say that's like an extension to a vlog. Technically, it's not as good, but still, I consider myself a decent storyteller to where, I mean, I even have more stories, but some of it's traumatic. I don't really want to say, but those videos are fun for me to do and just kind of like the inner fan base of a few thousand people. But either way, guys, that is going to do it for this video. Make sure you're following me on X. Link to that's always in the description.